Ray Reynolds here with RaysWebinar.com. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want you to focus on a couple things. First, we want to focus on the goal. What is the ultimate goal? $1 million. That's right, you need one of these cards. You need $1 million card, and that's what we're going to talk about. Talk about the rules and the tools and how you can get this exactly. So please, tablet and pen, write things down. Don't just take a picture. When you take a picture, it makes your cell phone smarter than you, and guess what? Is that what you really want to do? The reality is, I believe you need to get it up here, okay? Get it in the brain. See, here's the problem with life. Life kicks us, and we get us beat down, and friends, family, and all this crazy stuff in life, even like COVID-19. So the information I'm going to give you is protected in many ways. The reality is it's rules and tools. All right, and I'm going to show you exactly what Ray's rules mean. And you're stuck with me. I am Ray Reynolds. So the reality is, it's guess what? I've been doing this for 43 years, helping people, just like you. I was known as the Rich and Famous Incorporator for years. Didn't matter if it was the Clippers, the Lakers, didn't matter if it was Jack Nicholson or Kevin Costner, all these people I did corporations for. You know, I was the second largest advertiser in Los Angeles for 32 years before my coma. I found myself having a problem, kind of like COVID-19. So let's understand something today. I want you to plan on the problems. You see, the problem with most people is they don't plan on problems. And when they happen, they end up falling down and go boo-hoo-hoo, and they kind of give up. The bottom line is it's called faith and persistence. Let's do this. I want you to plan on the problems. Today, you're going to get pissed off. Someone's going to cut you off on the freeway. All right, the bank's going to tell you no. Your friends and family are just going to basically get in your way. All right, but if you have, all right, safety credit in the line of defense, you can get through anything. I'll explain that through this overview. All right, I want you to understand something. We all fall down. We're all Humpty Dumpty. We all do. All right, the bottom line is that I think some of the people around us like to watch us fall down. All right, they like to keep us down. They don't want us to do better than them. So my journey, we're going to talk about it a little bit. Your journey has just begun with me. If you allow me to, I'll repackage your whole life. And that's what I really want to do, to be honest with you. I haven't had a paycheck for decades. Haven't needed one. I was kind of used and abused and lucky at the same time. I'll explain that to you. You see, I think got to get your past go. For me, it started like when I was 3 years old. At 3 years old, Mrs. Hope, all right, literally dropped me off at the pier every morning at 6:30 till the age of 9.5. She was the she-devil from hell. But the reality is I didn't like it. But you know what I did? I had to steal and beg off the pier, and that kind of sucked. But one thing that God gave me, He gave me an IQ off the chart with total recall in most things. I kind of like that. So let me show you a couple goodies I obtained through the way. The Lamborghinis, I had a car collection too. All right, the Duffys, how about the mansions? How about I even built and beat world records as well? I like that. It's kind of fun. All right, you get to go from there. The race boats, the yachts, even the helicopters. You see, I'm from Show Me State, so I tell it like it is. I don't like blah, blah, blah. So it's called show me or shut up kind of thing because I call it Ray's Rules and Tools. Being dropped off at the pier, I saw one thing at Marina Del Rey, Torrance Rocks, and Palos Verdes. I saw money. I wanted mine too. I started studying everybody I could, rich and famous. I wanted how they go get it, how they did it. Well, I was lucky. I connected the dots as a kid when I heard the word a corporation's a legal person. We're going to talk about that a lot today. You see, I wrote this one set of books here and CDs, all right, and videotapes. That's how old it is. In 1977. One of the things I didn't want to be is stressed out like most people, kind of like most of you. You see, I knew one thing about me. It's probably the same with you too. All right, if you turn something into a game, you want to win, right? You see, everybody was the kind of jerks on the 1st and the 15th, all right, because they were stressed out, a mortgage or rent or something was due. So I turned it and I called it winning the game of business. So I'm going to play with you a little bit today. We're going to have some fun, but you're going to listen and learn and write some things down. Is it okay with you? All right, so the difference is I wrote this one 43 years ago. As we do this, I'm going to give you rules and tools. Like I said, I'd like to get you to my workshop with me. I want to change your life, and that's half the fun. So we call it Ray's Rules and Tools. So I'm going to tell you flat out, if you give me 90 days, I'll have you on your way to $1 million dream. I'll even guarantee it. I have no excuses, but neither do you after listening to me. I've been helping people just like you for 43 years, seminars, workshops, and boot camps. And guess what? Every one of those, you're stuck with me. You see, you've probably heard of Helping Hand Industries before. It went nationwide, worldwide too. Did you know it was started by a 9.5-year-old kid? By the way, it was me. You see, I grew up. I brought in $100,000 at 9.5, $1 million at 14, $1 billion at 24, double billion at 26. How the hell am I doing? Am I doing pretty good? You see, the reality is I'll show you mine. Show me yours. If you don't have yours, I'll teach you how to go get it. Heck, I'll do it for you, hand you the keys, and we'll go wee all the way down home. You see, the choice is simple. There's no excuses. You've all spent thousands of dollars, sorry to say, on a bunch of crap, or that motivational stuff. That's real good too. All right, but at the end of the week, what did it do for you? You fell down. You see, what we got to realize is this. It's a couple things. All right, frustration. We all get frustrated and pissed off at certain times, wondering what's next to come. We have to have our faith and persistence today. All right, knowing that basically the past, all right, isn't going to chase us today. We want to make sure it doesn't last. But you know what? Let's do our best, all right, as God does the rest. If we do that and believe in Him, guess what we get to do? Everything. You see, everything's faith and persistence. When you lose your job or your income or something, you got an emergency, it's the same thing that happens to everybody. All right, what do? You run out of time, you run out of money, you jack up your credit, and you bring the pain home. I'm sorry to say I'll call that silly and dumb today. The reality is this, all right, on your goal tomorrow, you're going to get up at 4:30 in the morning. Write it down. Yes, you're going to drag your feet for a couple of days, but you're going to learn how to play, because I don't know why you're sleeping in anyway. You got the choice. It's like me. I was teaching Ken Yarbrough, security chief at Tier W in Aspirin years ago. I'm even the guy that invented Homestead Blocker, all right, UCC with the Chattel Mortgage, and even Rapid Rescore for your mortgage companies, all right, and worked with Harold Stokes, and that was fun too. So today, we got to talk about you. Remember, I want you to write down the world, basically, I want you to write down the Credit Services Act. The Credit Services Act. Can you do that for me, please? You see, when you Google it later today, it'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission, where it'll say credit repair is a scam. They can't even collect money up front. So what are you supposed to do? It's called credit rebuilding if they do it the right way. The bottom line is they're writing letters, kind of like a couple of you, not mine, never late. In other words, another BS. It's like they'll even reference you to the Credit Repair Organization Act. Or it'll tell you that credit repair attorneys can't even do that, but they advertise they can. What if you, instead of wasting thousands of dollars on a lot of crap, you build a relationship with me for 90 days? And I do all the work for you, and I teach you the rules and the tools you can't find anywhere on the planet. God only made one of me. Thank God for that, huh? So guess what? The NACB only certified one person on the planet. That's me. You got the choice if you want to today. You see, what I want you to do is realize I'd like to repackage your whole life. I'm talking about your house, your car, your bank account. I'm sorry to say I think you're doing it all wrong anyway. So I want you to listen, learn, and write some things down. You ready to play? Guess what? Credit saved my life as a kid. I didn't have to steal and beg off the pier anymore. Then I found myself in a coma in 2009. Even though I was worth $2.6 billion through corporate structure, I still found myself ready to die in a coma. That kind of sucks. But let's guess what? Let's talk about you some more. You know, you hear all those people out there going, money for a rainy day. Sorry to say, that's just called blah, blah, blah. In my life, it doesn't rain, it always pours. 10 things go wrong all the time. But you got the choice today. Let's talk about you some more and talk about you need $5,000, but you need it now, now, now. Yes, you go to your friends and your family and they say no, so does the bank. All right, what are you going to do now? All right, they're going to watch you basically stress out. You ever notice your friends and family kind of like to keep you down anyway? Now, if you had safety credit, like I said at the beginning, and you had a $5,000 credit card like this one, and you had to max that sucker out, and you had to buy time, if you maxed it out, it's only $50 a month. You see, safety credit is going to basically save your assets in the future, and we're going to teach you exactly what that means today. Buy time. That's our ultimate goal, because it's only $50 a month. By the way, most of you waste that in 1 or 2 days anyway. Now, they always say, and this is really weird, that the average person wastes $140 a week. Is that true about you? You see, if I take a $50,000 credit card, a Venture 1, all right, and I had to max it out to buy time, the payment is $612.26. So if I had my safety credit, guess what I get to do? All right, for the money you're pissing away or wasting every month, you could have bought 2 pizzas today, started a business. Can you do me a favor? Can you do yourself a favor too? Stop wasting money. See, the ultimate goal is this: plan on the problems. They're going to come anyway, no matter what you say or do. But if you got safety credit on the line of defense, you can see it, believe it, and get through it every day. But that's up to you to listen to me today. We're going to use Ray's rules. You got it? We're going to use Ray's rules and tools. So guess what? We're going to talk about you and your SSN. You got it. Come on. You got an SSN when you were a teenager to get a job. Why? Because they told you to. So like a bunch of sheep, we went, bah, and you got the SSN. And everything would get screwed up. Now you become the duck. Because when they sue you, they better damn well, you better well duck. You see, the United States government bonds its each. And this is why they're doing the consensus, and they're pushing it. They want to extend it because they want to know how much money to print. Don't you get this? This is the fun of it, knowing the rules and the tools. The United States of America Incorporated, ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, they just keep printing money 24/7. Whee! Let's print some more. But now you know why you got an SSN. Now let's understand, I want you to kind of write some things down like a little blueprint. I want you to write down Ray's rules. I want you to have $100,000 of credit. Can I get you 2 of these, please? But remember, on personal credit, you can't write it off. You can't write off the card or the interest rate. That's why safety credit. All personal credit has to be safety credit. You got to get it to maintain that score. But then you don't screw it up anymore. See, what happens is you don't want to take a credit card past 29%. When you do, you drop your score. So the 29% are Ray's rules. Can you write it down, please? Now, that would give you, if you had the $100,000 of credit today, $71,000 of safety credit. Just in case you have to buy time or play catch up, not fall down, in case there's a pandemic, maybe it's COVID-19. What I want to tell you flat out today, after meeting me, if you take money from you and your family and your credit and you roll the dice again, you didn't listen, because you should never bring the pain home. You should never hurt your family. That's called silly and dumb. So let's do this. Write down never to bring the pain home ever again. There's too many alternatives. But the problem is you didn't learn how to play the game. But listening to me, you're going to learn Ray's rules and tools today. Look at me at 5.5 years old. I was in a coma. They told me I'd never walk again. The lady there said, hey, when you got to go pee-pee, ring the bell. I rang the bell till my hand was friggin' numb. So I crawled to the toilet. I lifted myself up and I went pee-pee. Then I found myself in a coma in 2009. Guess what? I don't stay down. Why do you? The reality is I've been to hell and back. There's me in a coma waiting to die. Swine flu, pneumonia, pandemic number 9. The reality is there I am waiting to die. Now what am I going to do? Go boo-hoo-hoo like some of you? Hell no. All right, the reality is simple. Where do you park your corporate yachts and boats? Rates boats? I park mine in the backyard. See, once again, I'm from Show Me State. Show me or shut up. I'm so tired of blah, blah, blah. And I think it's kind of good that all the motivational speakers right now, they don't have any blah, 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 because no audience is going to show up. And by the way, most of them are going broke today. So if you went to one of those blah, blah, blahs without the rules, the tools, and the blueprint, I'm going to tell you it's BS. It lasted a good week, didn't it? See, I'm laying there ready to die. All right, 2009, H1N1. $2.6 billion of goodies. Then my life got destroyed. I didn't say boo-hoo-hoo. You see, I didn't play that stupid game. I don't drag the past. I use it to piss me off. Because when I'm pissed off, I go see it, believe it, and go get it every damn time. So I use it for energy. 5 weeks walking around with an oxygen tank? Are you kidding me? They dropped off the tanks to the house. Hell, that was embarrassing. But I put my credit score back to an 820. I popped another $1 million of credit. I don't stay down. It's about time you learn the rules and the tools how to play the game. See, you got a choice today because you don't get a do-over. You get to live or die. COVID-19 can wipe you out. Why don't you wear a mask today? You see, if I knew to wear a mask or a bubble around my head, all right, in 2009, that way I wouldn't be dead. Shit, I would have put a bubble around my head, because who the hell wants to be dead and have your life stolen? That kind of sucks. But you know what we get to do today? It takes a moment to die and a lifetime to live. Is it about time you basically readjust your life today? All right? Because if you do it the right way, we get to have some fun. I'll get you a mask if you like. It's up to you. You see, being comfortable, oh my goodness. I've never been comfortable a day in my life, ever. Okay, and if you're comfortable, that just means you're never going to go get it anyway. That means you're lazy. And then you want the world to support you by the end of the day. The reality is that's called BS. So let's do this. I want you to do what I do every morning. I've done this since I was 2.5 years old. So this is what I call it. I call it a raise, mirror. So I've been playing the raise mirror game, forever. I test myself. You see, when I fell to my knees this morning at 2:25, I looked up and said, thank you, Jesus, for another day. But then I look in the mirror. You know what I do? I want you to do the same thing. I want you to comb your teeth, comb your hair. I want you to stop time for 2 minutes. Look in the mirror, 2 minutes. Don't do a damn thing. Then look at yourself and ask yourself 2 questions. Have I completed everything I need to? The answer is no. Then why are you sleeping in? The next thing is there more to be done? Always. The biggest problem, I'll say, with all of you, you basically ask your friends and family what they think about an idea or dream you got. If God gave it to you, why are you asking them? They don't see your vision or your dream. And what did you do? You asked them and they told you what they think. And then you clouded your directions and you screwed it up. Can you do yourself a favor? Honestly. 90 days. Give me the rest of this year to get you $1 million dream. It takes me 90 days or less. That's all it takes. I'll guarantee it. I'll take away all your excuses today. You just have to do one favor for yourself. Shut up. Quit telling your friends and family what you're going to do. Do you really need their damn opinions? I hope not. Because the reality is, this is your life. This is your dream. You got to run your own race. And by the way, there is no plan B. Only losers have a plan B. So what do we get to do today? It's pretty simple. I want you chasing the money. I want you chasing the dream like me. I love money. It's one of the top things I love, top 10 things in my life that I love. Yeah, I love money, and I'm proud to say that. You see, money helps me a couple ways. I don't have to steal or beg off the pier. I can pay my bills, help my family. I can help people like you. You see, that's what money does today. So whoever says they hate money, don't worry, they'll never have any. All right? See, this time you're going to have to follow through. You and me, we're all getting older, slower. We're not as pretty as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. That's okay. Eventually they're going to fire you anyway. Then you're going to drive an Uber and deliver some pizza. Is that your true American dream? Because it sure in the hell isn't mine. But it might be yours. Now, living with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell, every Wednesday night they had a poker game. All right, so I'm outside the pantry, which is actually my bedroom next to the garage, and I'm writing my little notes. I thought it was kind of weird. May be true, but you know what's really weird at the time? They said a corporation's a legal person. I wrote it down. I circled it 10 times. You see, I heard my way out of hell if I could figure it out. I couldn't sleep all night. The next day I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department. I asked the lady, how do I look this up? She says, here's a microfiche, here's a bug. I was so excited. I'm going to go to the library. I'm going to find a book that's got the rules, the blueprint, the instruction manual, and I can get out of hell. Then I got pissed off. I stayed at the library from 7.5 to 9.5 years old almost every day, going through every book I could. Luckily, God gave me an IQ without the chart. It's an IQ off the chart. You know what really sucks today? Find a book that gives you the blueprint and the tools how to get this correctly and rebuild yourself. Everything I read is a bunch of blah, 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 somewhat motivational crap. Okay? Are the successful secrets? There's no damn secret. If you know how to help people, get off your ass and help people. But that's just me. I tell it like it is, so don't take it personally. You see, the first books that I wrote after that one, it's basically called The Millionaire's Founder's Kit. 12 books and CDs. Now you get the blueprint for the $1 million corporation. From there, how about the real estate system? I only had $841 million of real estate before the coma through corporate structure. I was trying to hit $1 billion that year. The financial series too. And don't forget the one I wrote 43 years ago called Winning the Game of Business. Because we got to turn this into a game. See, if you turn it into a game, you won't be so stressed out and you're going to have fun. The ultimate thing is no matter what we do, we got to have fun on the way. It's Ray's Rules and Tools, by the way. So let's do this. All right, I want you to read the directions. I want you to go step by step, equal goal. You're going to get the goal. All right, I wrote it for basically anybody to do it and go through it. I kind of wrote it for dummies because when I do something new, I feel kind of weird. I got to master the rules and the tools. But that's just me. You see, I want you to put your life together. I want you to basically take the instruction manual, all right, called Millionaires Founders Kit, and I want you to win. All right, I want you to really win. I want you to show everybody in your family, all right, you can do anything you want to do when you put your mind to it and you believe in God. That's all you got to do. But you see, the Millionaires Founders Kit, I wrote it for every one of you. There's 1,000 rules and tools in those books and CDs. As we play the game, of course, real estate's kind of fun. My specialty is commercial real estate and apartment complexes and other things. You see, I'm the guy that wrote Homestead Blocker and UCC One Chattel Mortgage. I invented those things. Kind of fun. You could become the bank if you want to. Buckets of money and tax balancing too. So what did we do? We found some books and CDs that my wife gave away while I was in a coma in a warehouse. Isn't that kind of fun? The office wants to sell it to you for $9.99. That's kind of good. They get a commission. But if you do it through me through the webinar within 30 minutes or less when I'm done, using Ray's rules and tools, I give it away for $4.99. That's up to you. I give you a mouse too. From there, you zealot, and that's all you got to do. Then you get me 24/7 there, but you're going to be stuck with me at the workshops too. Could you imagine that? Oh, that's going to be fun. By the way, I'm going to rebuild your credit. Yeah. You see, I also invented called Rapid Refresh. All right, the dream God gave me a couple years ago to give to you. It pushes the credit scores to an 820 and above. Credit lines, articles, books, CDs, and classes. Now you're going to get stuck with me. I want you to be in my classes every Saturday for the next 3 months. All right, you know what? If you jack up a car past 29%, that's on you. That means you drop your score. You shouldn't do that anymore. I got to make you a qualified CFO. That's what we got to do under Ray's rules and tools and rebuild you. I make everybody an 820. Is that okay with you? Unless you want more, let me know. I'll push it up again. Now, if you're playing with LifeLock, that's really good. Mark, who started LifeLock years ago, I knew him. He was a crook then, and he got kicked off the board too. Don't worry, LifeLock's a joke. They've been indicted so many friggin' times you can't even count them. So if you're wasting your money every month, ask them about their last indictment. Last one, $100 million. All right? You got to understand the rules and the tools. This is your life. You're going to have to drive your own race. So there's 4 points of income with me. First, I like to always play with real estate. We get millions of dollars. Maybe you're going to take a property and fix it up. If you do, I call it a flippity-dippity-do. From there, again, it could be a duplex, a fourplex, or apartment complex. Kind of fun. Now, if you want to play too, you see, since COVID-19's here, we got to readjust our lives. How are you going to feed your family? What kind of thing you're going to do? Why don't we get a franchise like a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, and a Wendy's? Because they stay open through COVID-19. We can do profit sharing too, and that's kind of fun. By the way, leveraging money and credit, there's 84 ways to do that too. I can turn each one of these into 99 more. It's kind of fun, but I'm only going to teach you 3 or 4 ways anyway. I don't want you to screw that up, all right, because I invented all 84 ways to play. You see, all the rich and famous people, they didn't get a paycheck. Why would they want a paycheck? Because they got a corporation. They know how to play the game. They're using leveraging and credited money too. Oh, let's look at this. This is all over the TV about Prop 22. I think Prop 22, all they have to really do is get a corporation and a tax ID. It solves the problem. You see, I don't believe there's anything called independent contractor anyway. They're trying to change the labor board rules. Good luck with that. It's been tried so many times it's ridiculous. But a corporation and a tax ID, they got no jurisdiction now, so you could be in charge if you want to. But it's like this. Here's a Lamborghini. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. What does that mean? You see, my first car was a Lamborghini. What was yours? All right, it's kind of fun. You see, everybody you look around that's rich and famous today, they drive a company car. But not you. What do? You get that paycheck. Oh, I'm sorry, you barely do. It's already been taxed to death. You get the leftover. You pay for a car you should not. And then you steal money and credit from the family, roll the dice to start a business and bring the paint home. Congratulations. Sorry to say, I'd say that's called being a dummy, but don't take it personally. But understand something. I'll get you a car under a tax ID at fleet price if you want to play with me. But that's up to you. We're going to use Ray's rules to play that game too. Now, here's what you probably do today. You take your paycheck, which is a taxable paycheck. It's taxable income. I'll bet you're paying the payment, the gas, registration, insurance. Are you doing that? Can you yell the word no from now on? Let's get you a company car under a tax ID. What kind of car would you like? Let me know. You see, I want you to write down never to bring the pain home. You brought the pain home because you got one SSN, because you don't know any better. You didn't know the rules and the tools how to play the damn game like everybody else does. So it's about time you step up to the plate. There's a science to this madness. Let's teach you how to play. You see, remember why you got an SSN. All right, it's kind of fun. So let's do this. You get one SSN, that makes you the duck. No wonder everybody screws up, because the 97% per the Federal Trade Commission says are screwed up today. Maybe you. You never know. Let's do this. Ladies, pull out your Social Security card. It's in your purse next to your feet. Gentlemen, it's in your wallet in your back pocket. Pull it out. Have you read the card front and back? It says don't laminate. It says don't use for ID purposes. It tells you flat out, hell, it's not even yours. So why you got it again? Because it's pretty simple. They want you to be the duck, and they got to count you to print some more money. It's Ray's Rules and Tools. You got one of these. No wonder you're always the duck and bring the pain home. But if you use Ray's Rules and Tools, you can learn how to play. And you don't have to bring the pain home anymore any day. But it's up to you. Can you write down SS4 times 4, please? Please write it down. You see, when you look at an application, it says SSN, SS4. See, an SSN, you get one of these, SS4, you can get as many as you need. Kind of fun to play. So let's understand something today. You probably tried the SS, all right, you did that good. Then the SS4, you fell on the floor. Why don't we do this? Let's understand the rules. You never name a corporation after you, because that would be dumb. You never name what it does. That'd be double dumb. Now, write down line of defense. Can you do that for me, please? The way I designed this in 1986. So let's understand. A line of defense, a real estate division. All right, franchise, current business. See, understand something. As an affiliate that I am, I'm allowed to use my $10 million of history, and I'm allowed to clone cards for you and build credit reports today. You see, what it means is this. I get to take a $100,000 card and get you one too. Would you like $1 million card as well? Let me know. All right, because anything else in this world today is, to me, is a bunch of BS. I don't like the mess that people make. All right, kind of pisses me off when they don't listen, because they don't have to bring the pain home. I had to move 24 times until I'm 11 and a half years old. Being raised in Watts, Torrance, Hawthorne, and Carson, great areas. Every school I went to, they wanted to kick my assets. Luckily, I know how to fight, and I started to fight and learn how to fight since I was 4 years old. You see, you got a choice. It's like today. I already told you I'll get you $100,000 of credit to play, but personal credit, don't you screw this up anymore. You can't write off the card or the interest rate anyway. This replaces the blah, blah, blah called money for a rainy day crap. This is reality. In case you need to say cash advance, kiss my assets, and save your family today, don't you ever take the credit and the money from the family, hurt the family ever again. The goal is don't you damn well bring the pain home ever again. I've had to fight for everything I've ever had in my life. It's called Ray's Rules and Tools. You got a choice today. An SSN, get one of these, or SS4, learn how to play with me. You want to be the duck some more? You still want to be a quack? You can. That's up to you. You see, even when we look at a debt, it says SSN, SS4. Bankruptcy, SSN, SS4. You got to learn how to play the game. If you listen and learn, you never bring the pain home ever again. But that's up to you. You see, your SSN, thank you, so 1040. You get one of these. Maybe one or two write-offs if you're lucky. The SS4 equals an 1120. Hardly no liability, and you get to write off almost everything you do. Isn't that fun? It can be fun for you. I know it's fun for me. I like using Ray's Rules and Tools. So let's understand something today. I don't want you to bring the pain where? Home ever again. I can build a corporate credit report, Experian, Equifax, TransUnion, for every tax ID you ever want to get. It's up to you if you want to play. The bottom line is this, like anything else. If you're watching me on YouTube, Google, Facebook, that's kind of fun too. But here's the thing, there's a PowerPoint I'm giving to everyone else in front of me. You might just want to go to rayswebinar.com and get the full overview. Now let's read. You ready to read with me? This is chapter 18 under corporations. It says a corporation's a legal person. Oh, by the way, it's not legal advice. We can all read, can we not? It may sue or be sued. So you don't have to be you and be the duck anymore. But that's up to you if you want to be a quack today. You see, you got to look at the United States of America Incorporated. What did they do? They set up their line of defense too. All they had to do is set up every state. Every state's a corporation too. You know the states what they did? They set up the cities. The cities are corporations too. So let's understand something. They set up the line of defense, but not you. Why not? You've what cities filed bankruptcy in the past called Chapter 9. Hell, they invented their own little bankruptcy. So you can play by the rules. I love the United States of America. I just mastered the rules and tools by the time I was 9.5. Why didn't you? You got the choice today to listen and learn. It's called We the People, by the way. The Supreme Court says so. It's your constitutional right, too. See, you are We the People. You can learn how to play, all right? But the difference is I'll give you the rules and the tools from me. I know that half of you probably have a corporation. You pay $3,000 for a damn piece of paper. You haven't done a damn thing. They say 96% don't do anything at all because you don't know how to play. See, ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, they got the key to the printing press. You know what they keep to do? They keep printing money 24/7. Let's print some more. By the way, that's why they're pushing for the consensus. They don't know how much money to print until they count every one of us. Don't you get this? That's how it works. By the way, Mama, she delivered a baby this morning. And you know, we got our SSN when we were a teenager, right? To get that Social Security card. It's not even ours. Guess what? Mom's handed a form. She signed the SSN form. If she doesn't sign it to get her child a Social Security card in 3 hours when the baby's born, she can't put the baby in the stroller, the car seat. Mama can't take the baby home because they got to keep printing money. Don't you get this yet? I love the game. Let's play it. Let's win the game too. You got a choice, but it's up to you. I like playing the game. Did you write down SS 4 times 4? Oh, you didn't? Then what's wrong with you? These aren't turned on? I don't get it. You see, a corporation with a tax ID, line of defense, every division with a tax ID too. Oh, goody. We don't have to bring the pain home ever again. And then we get to learn how to write everything off too. I know some of you like to bitch and complain about rich and famous people. They pay no tax, but look at me. Shut up and join them. Give me a break. We all pay enough tax every time we pump a gallon of gas. So you got a choice today. It's called Raise Rules and Tools. Remember, an SSN, that's for safety credit for the family. You don't screw the family over anymore. Corporation, we get a tax ID. We get a credit report too. Then we set up the line of defense, and we're going to have our divisions because that's the line of defense, so we don't bring the pain home anymore. Why would you bring the pain home after meeting me today? Because you don't want to play? Maybe you like the pain. Maybe you're one of those, look at me, I want to suffer too. Give me a break. Stop bringing the pain home. If Donald Trump can file 4 bankruptcies in the past and not bring the damn pain home, so can you. If rich and famous people can file bankruptcy, rich and famous, so can you. If Wells Fargo Bank was the she-devil from hell bank, all right, set up in 1852, stole identity. They got fined $3 billion. Okay, they wrote that off too. Then they shut down 457 locations. Look it up, it's online. And then if every city's a corporation, that's how they file bankruptcies. Isn't that nice to know that we can do the same thing too? If you want to learn how to play the game, it's called Raise Rules and Tools. It's about time you listen to me. But you know what? It's like credit cards. They start credit score. But then credit score gets you more like a house and a car. Did you know a house and a car don't do a damn thing for your credit report at all? They look pretty unless you screw them up. So what's the rule? Don't screw them up. So guess what? Raise Rules and Tools again? 29%. Don't you ever use a credit card past that, because you do that, you drop your score, that's on you. Remember, I want to get you to the workshop with me. I want you to master the rules and the tools. So it's like when I rebuild your credit my way to make you a qualified CFO. First thing I want to get you is a 720. Next thing I'm going to charge you $499 to rebuild you. From there, I'm going to basically do a rapid rescore if you want me to. Then it's going to be an 820 because I like that more than a 720. From there, it's $499 too. So if you do both of these, it's $998. But wait, there's more. Do you remember that from my show from 30 years? It was great. I love that. It was always the punchline. There's always more. By the way, as we play the game, here's what I do for everybody. I take away their excuses. You see, I hand him a cash credit card. It's kind of fun. So if I hand you $1,000 cash card for everything you invest or more, up to 10 times your cash back to you, I get to take away all your excuses. By the way, I want you in the 1 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, all right, educational class every Saturday, or as many times you get to go for 3 months. I don't want you screwing this up ever again. You get this? See, I got to make sure I do my best to help you before I die again. And that was no fun. But again, we do. See, I offer it to you through the webinar for $4.99. Then I give you twice as much credit back to you. And I even put you in the credit class. Now, what excuse you got now? You stub your toe, you got to pick your nose? You got no excuses anymore. It's called Ray's Rules and Tools. I'm going to get you an 820. I'm even going to guarantee it. You see, the only thing you got to do is get out of my way and let me do what I do best. I'll repackage you. By the way, the credit rebuilding program is done in 90 days or less. There's a phone number you can call right now, 877-519-7509. If you wait too long, then the salespeople get you for the $9.98. See, we take Zelle, wire, deposit. That's how we get paid here. So let's think about this. I broadcast twice a day. All right, Monday through Friday, sometimes 3 times a day. Always live because I don't like pre-recorded crap. And on Saturday, all the day, all right, between the seminars, workshops, and the boot camps, you're stuck with me. Won't be that kind of fun? It's like my specialty classes. All right, I even have a specialty class every Saturday, a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, you see, everybody wants to specialize in something, and there's 6 of those. So let's understand something today. This is especially using Ray's Rules and Tools. We got a nonprofit class. We go step by step. All right, this weekend is the stock hit, how to use the Bible Corporation, real estate, tax balancing, leveraging money, goal setting. Now today, if you did it, all right, I just knocked the price down to $9.99 for the rest of the year. And if you do it through me, through the webinar, you get to win. After that, if you go to sales, they charge $1,500. But that's up to you if you want to go to a specialty class with me. You'll spend the whole day with me on Saturday. That's kind of fun, too. All right, so guess what? This client here, he pissed me off. See, I don't hold back, so don't take it personally. I said, what the hell did you do? You jacked up your cards. You lost 33 more points. You crashed the rapid twice. You said you wanted this. I worked my tail off for you, and what did you do? You screwed it up again. I said, get your butt back to the workshop with me. Let's get you started over again. We use Ray's Rules, by the way. Now, here's the thing. You might have to do 1 or 2 things at the most. That's it. I'm going to do the rest. But I'm going to be on point 100% success rate. The only reason it would take longer is because of you. As I told him, take $726. You pay those back down to 29%. I'll do another rapid rescore, and I'll pop you 100,000 credit, and that's exactly what I did. All right, we got to use Ray's Rules and Tools as it gets ready to go nationwide. You see, if you want to make some money up to 20% a day, let me know. We can get some people some money too. By the way, I've been studying rich and famous people since I was dropped off at the pier. You know what? I want to know their story too. Walt Disney filed bankruptcy 7 times in the past, kind of like a couple of you. Look at what they did recently. Come on, look at this. This is fun. See, they know how to play the game. They got $1 billion in the bank and they didn't want to pay any damn tax. So they wrote an IOU to themselves. That's how they got to do. I'm trying to convince you to get to play with me for $1 million. Hell, they're not paying tax on $1 billion. Maybe today you'll pay attention. You see, corporations don't pay tax till they make a profit. Remember, the United States of America set up their line of defense, called the state. State set up their line of defense, called the city. Now, understand, you are we the people. Isn't it time you play the game and step up to the plate? But the problem is most of you who even have one don't know what to do anyway. Then you're stuck with me. Won't that be fun? By the way, we talk about that personal credit again. You can't write off a damn thing. That's called safety credit. Let's talk about corporate credit, the way I designed it in 1986. How about we get 8 credit cards per division? How about we get 9 lines of credit per division? How about we get 8 supply cards, 10 vendor cards, 10 marketing, lease cards, gas cards, and cash cards too? See, a corporation can write off all that credit cards, interest rate, and so many more things. There's 14 ways to get credit for a corporation, but not you. You don't get to do that at all. But let's play. let's make sure you understand I got to make you a qualified CFO. And the next thing is called Ray's Rules and Tools. It's how we get to play. Everybody talks about Mr. Buffett. I don't understand that. You see, when they're talking, they have no idea what the hell they're talking about. I studied his father and I studied him. I've only met him 3 times in my lifetime so far. But you know what? It's not the stock market you got to think about with Mr. Buffett. He owns 100 companies. Yeah, his parent company owns 100 companies. And that way they all sit in separate pieces to call it a corporate umbrella. See, he owns his first 10 favorite ones too. He owns ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola. He owns American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, and See's Candy, one of my favorites too. Bridge Jewelries, and basically Fruit of the Loom. Isn't that fun? You see, your corporation can own many things too, but it's up to you to pay attention today. You see, stop using authorized user crap. That just gets in the way. As an authorized user, what I get to do is we have $10 million of credit on the dashboard. I get to use the history, order you a card under the history of mine, and then I get to get you a card with separate billing. Isn't that fun? I've only built $3.6 billion for clients over the years. Would you like me to build you too? It's kind of fun. And stop using the trade line things if you're thinking about that. That's just a bunch of crap. I got to make you a qualified CFO. I got to make sure using the rules and tools you never bring the pain home ever again. You got a choice today. An SS4 equals a corporate credit report. We get to play the game too. It's up to you if you want to play with me. It's called Ray's Rules and Tools, by the way. So I'm even the guy that invented 113 ways to daisy chain credit. I can turn each one of these into 99 more. How much would you like today? But it's got to be corporate credit. It's the only thing we get to write off. So understand Ray's Rules and Tools. Don't worry, you can't find this anywhere else. God only made one of me. Thank God for that, huh? So if you got the intent to defraud or rip anybody off on my dime, hell no. I'm going to basically testify, get you to court of law. You got a choice today. Every time I get faxes or emails, I always do this. He said, thank you, Ray. I can't believe you got me a personal Capital One Venture card. That's one of these. Isn't that fun? And a Capital One Spark. I got him one of those too. All right, and he's on, so let me see what he's got to say. He asked me to say if he had anything to say on top of his email today. Yes, I got the other email, okay, and it's right here. All right, he says he wants me to read it out loud. Why would I want to do that? Okay, Ray, I didn't. Ray, all right, did you get my other email? Yeah, I just said I did. Okay, why'd you put that on the email? Can you please read it out loud? Okay, sorry, I listened to my brother. Well, like I told you before, your brother didn't follow through, and he's basically a turd. All right, when you have a turd in the bowl, you got to flush it. Okay, all right, he didn't follow through, and he blamed you. Well, hey, every one of you, when you screw up, you like to blame somebody else's BS. I bet you half of you are dragging away on the past bullshit that had nothing to do with those people. The sooner you let it go, the sooner you get to go get it. But that's just me. All right, the bottom line is I'm going to kick his ass. I wish everybody listened to Ray. He's the real deal. Well, thank you for that. All right, the bottom line is I've got literally, 20 million letters, emails, videos, all kinds of fun stuff. On my shows, I never use anybody's paying their bullshit. If you want to have something nice to say, put it on the video. That's all I always did. Okay, I didn't pay for those testimonials. Are you giving me a break? Are you kidding me? See, I can get every one of you one of these, just issuing a card off my card, all right, using my history and separate billing for you. It's not hard to do. How many would you like? As an affiliate, I get to play the game better than anybody. But again, it's up to you. I get things faxed every day. So in front of you just came 3 divisions. Did you see that? Did you write it down on a blueprint? See, everything I do, you should write it down, make it part of your journey. So here's a blueprint. Here's a corporation, 3 divisions, a line of defense. Can you write down the line of defense? Understand something. Your corporation's going to maintain the divisions the way I designed in 86. So everything has a tax ID. Debt follows tax ID. Oh, what's going to happen if something goes wrong? We're going to go boo. Hell no, that's just you. We're going to disconnect, isolate, incorporate. We're going to pull a Donald Trump. We're going to pull a city, a Wells Fargo too, a rich and famous people. We're going to do the same damn thing they did. we're going to basically try to save it. Can't save it. We're going to bankrupt the hell out of that piece. And we're never going to bring the pain home because that would be silly and dumb. Why would anybody bring the pain home when you can learn how to play the game right? You play by the rules and the tools. I mastered these at 9.5. I don't know why you didn't. Just not hard to do. Raise rules and tools. When you bought your house, sorry to say, I'm probably going to say you did it wrong anyway. You see, you allowed escrow to tell you what to do, but they work for you. You're so busy letting everybody do everything for you, and then when the mess happens, they don't anywhere to be found. It's like, are you kidding me? Raise rules. Like I said earlier, I want to repackage your house, your bank account, your car. I want to do it my way because you're doing it wrong anyway. Don't take it personally. The bottom line is, hell, you should have told escrow what to do. Escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow record in a trust. If you have a house and your assets in your name today, don't take it personally when I call you an idiot, okay? Please don't take that personally. Because when you die, it's stuck in a probate. You gave your family nothing. When somebody sues you, they screw you, they take it all away. Why would anybody be a dummy today? I don't get it. My wife donated all the forms when I was in a damn coma. Okay? All you got to go is Google and type the word trust. You can file for less than $20. But that's on you. That just pisses me off when I ask an audience, thousands of people, who's got a house in their name. I just want to shoot them with a rubber band and go, boom! Dummies. It makes no damn sense. Don't you see those nasty bloodsucker attorneys on TV every day? All right, you're not blind. You can hear. But that's on you. So let's understand. Let's go back to having some more fun before I get pissed off about that. See, you got a choice. When you bought a house to fix it up, I'm going to call it a flippity-dippity-doo. Now you're going to hire a contractor. Oh, goody. He's going to hire the subcontractors that's down outside Home Depot, he or she. And you know what's going to happen? They're going to cut every corner they can, and when they slip and fall and sue and screw you for everything you got. You didn't listen to me. Your biggest problem is that. Because I told you in the beginning today, you plan on some turd trying to take it away from you. You plan on the problems before they happen. Every one of you been knocked down because you didn't plan it. Okay? Sorry, that's on you. From now on, you're going to do it my way. Every property you play with, we're going to quit clean deed it to a corporation's division. We're going to do an assignment of equity. This way, they can't sue you at all. And at the end of the day, they get diddly squat. Hell, why not? Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't have to fight for your life like I had to since the day I was born in a friggin' taxi. But again, this is up to you. I don't give up. I fight with everything I got. I would rather fight and die than not fight at all. But that's just me. As long as you're trying, you're not dying. If you're not trying, you might as well be dead. So the reality is like some of you. It's kind of like anything else. I get one of these every day. Ray, I didn't want to pay tax. Excuse me. You don't basically play peekaboo with the IRS and make a friggin' mess. Nobody wins. If you try to circumvent the rules and the tools, you're a dummy. Go to irs.gov. Download the form called 656 433 A and B. Shame on you. You can't even get your COVID-19 check. Get your assets back in the system. I don't get this. The only way you can win the friggin' game is playing by the rules. Every game you play by the rules, or are you a cheater? Okay? Don't be a cheater. You never win. You want to play by the rules? You get to win every time. It's called Raise Rules and Tools. I like to play. Now we're going to fix up that property. You ready to fix it up with me? We're going to do it my way. Didn't matter they used to tease me about everything. They even teased me about there being the original OPM. We're going to have 4 divisions. You ready to write it down? We're going to have one for carpet, appliances, fixtures, and wood. I want to make sure I hold your hand slowly and teach you how to go to the manufacturers through every division you set up to save up to 70%. We're not going to pay a damn bill for 60 to 90 days. We're going to use their money to fix up the property. Why would I use mine? That's no damn fun. All right? When we sell the property, escrow will pay off all the bills. That's how you got to play the game. But again, now you got $200,000, and what are you going to do? I'll bet you half of you, if not all of you, you're going to act like you're rich. I can fit $200,000 in my jacket pocket. Knock it off. All right? You're not rich. It's about time you learn to play the game. The bottom line is you will never be rich. Ever. Your corporation will be filthy rich, but not you. I want you to understand something. Have you had $10,000, $100,000 in the past, and did you piss it away? Are you, some of you, broke today? Give me a damn break. Write down Ray's rules and tools. Write down leveraging money. Write down borrow money's not taxable. You know, it's kind of fun when you learn how to play the line of defense. You don't have to bring the pain home. I didn't have a home as a kid, so I'll be damned if I bring the pain home. I will package everything I do. You see, it's like the banks. When I had my location before the coma in Irvine, Spectrum, 22,000 square feet, the bank would come over or call me every morning at 9 o'clock going, I love when they want to kiss my assets. When you got money, they always do. When you got nothing, they don't even know your damn name. Remember, when you make the bank verify itself, they always say yes. I like yes. You remember one thing, the banks get to borrow from the feds times 10. They get to loan up to 5 to you. Let's see what I would do if I was you at the workshop. I'd take the $200,000 and put it in the right type of CD. Credit line of credit off that too. I'd set up a bank account. I'd create 3 reference points. Why would I do this? Because that equals $600,000, and they can loan me up to times 5. By the way, don't forget the banks and the feds. That's up to 5. That's $3 million. Remember, I always tell you, borrowed money is not taxable. We take $2 million of that, and we go buy a damn McDonald's of borrowed money today. You want a Big Mac and a fry and a chocolate shake? Let me know. Anybody can do this. But it's like anything else. Don't tell me what you don't got. Make a commitment to you and your family. I don't care if you put $1,000 in it. I don't teach anybody to play this game. Because everybody gets the right to learn and play. There are no secrets with me. I want to make sure you clone you into me and me into you. 1,000, 25,000, I don't give a damn what you got. We're going to start anyway. 1,000 becomes 35,000 to $1 million to $1 billion. 25 becomes 375 and $1 million faster and more and more. See, this isn't hard to do. And if all you want to do is lazy, let me get you 4 pizzas today. Maybe we'll get you McDonald's or Wendy's or Taco Bell. You're going to have to figure out how to basically take your life the way it's readjusting and go this way. We can't sit there and go boo-hoo-hoo, all right, because that makes no damn sense. Now, I wanted a Rolex too, but I wanted it for free. You ready to watch me how I did it? It's pretty simple. I set up a division for jewelry. All right, they wanted $89,000 for the watch retail, but I got it overnight for $39,000 wholesale price. Oh, the bill's due in 30 days. I put a loan on the watch I didn't own. I paid the invoice when it came in and got a leftover. The leftover maintained the payments on the watch I did not own, and at the end of the day, hell, I got it for free. You ready to watch me some more? Let's have some fun. You got the ability to use Ray's rules and tools, and nothing gets in your way anymore besides you. Oh, don't worry, they're all my clients in the past. Didn't matter if it was basically Fishborn or Mr. Clinton. Okay, the bottom line is even Michael, God rest his soul, Kurt Cobain too, Costner as well, Ricky Ross, free Ricky Ross, come on down too. How about a college professor as well, from Biola University? See, you got to beat your own doubt, all right? Because everyone can do this. It's not hard to do when you know how to do the rules and the tools and play the game. It's called millions to billions. See it, believe it, go get it. That's all you got to do with me. It's like the bonus or the business opportunity for you. Every one of you can take a credit card like this today, and you can look up C191D, 8 ways to loan money from a corporation, kind of fun. You find 5 people that need $10,000 right away because they need to save their house, and you loan them each $10,000, and then you put a second trust deed, and then you call that company. It's my money, I want it now, because they're going to factor. They're going to hand you your money back in 12 hours or less. And then you're going to turn around and do a homestead blocker and a UCC one with the chattel mortgage. Now you just created your own cash flow of $2,449 per month. If you did $100,000, that's $4,800 a month. If you did $150,000, that's $73.47 a month. You can create your own cash flow and free up your own time. It's not hard to do. All right? This is what I've been teaching for 43 years. Now, company car. My first car was a Lamborghini. What about you? Let's get you the car under a tax ID at fleet price. Is that okay with you? We're going to teach you how to do that at the workshop with me. Now, I'm not going to show you anything I didn't obtain myself because I don't like BS or blah, blah, blah. I'll show you some of the mansions, helicopters, yachts, race boats, Lamborghinis, Ferraris too. Getting you past go seems to be the hardest thing to do, but we're going to use Ray's rules and tools. Is that okay with you? You got a choice. This one here, I called it God's gift. It's where I park my race boat in my backyard in my yacht. Where you park yours again? See, I'm from Show Me State. Show me or shut up. I don't like BS. Everybody that tells you to do something, like the one, here's $100,000 I do every month, ask the turd how much money he's got in the bank. Oh, the other one, there's secrets in the stock market. If they don't have $100 million to $1 billion, don't listen to their BS, okay? Because they're looking for your money to make their friggin' dream. I brought in the $2 billion before I even started to help people in seminars and workshops and boot camps. I didn't need any of their damn money. I create my own dream, my own line. I read my own race. I got nothing stopping me. The only thing stopping you is you. You see, I like the corporate helicopters and Lamborghinis and the buildings too. Wouldn't you? Come on, people. Let's understand something today. You got a driver's license. Look at it today. When you wrote that check the last time or used your debit card, you said, here's where I live. I won't be home tonight, so rob my house, please. Come sue me, screw me, take it away. I don't get that. I don't get that at all. It's time you protect your ass. And quit bringing the pain home. Your driver's license should be a P.O. box or a mailing address. And I know one of you are going to go blah, blah, blah. They should always bite their tongue till I'm done. You see, after the Schaefer bill, it's called the Driver's Privacy Protection Act. It's about time you protect your assets, like I said. But today, what did you do the last time you got a car? Oh, that's okay. You let somebody sweat you with an ugly shirt and an ugly tie for hours. At the end of that, you lost 5,000 plus, up to 9 inquiries too. Isn't that silly of you? When they hand you the piece of paper, because if you don't listen to me, when you sign it, next to that, put down it allows 1 inquiry only and take a damn picture. That's all you got to do. See, I want to get you a company car under a tax ID at fleet price and teach you how to play that game too. But here's the problem today. You're the registered owner, so you're a duck. And what's going to happen to you when you don't use Ray's rules and tools? Hell, you're going to go to the grocery store or the bank today. You're going to bump somebody's car, a little bumpity bump. What's going to happen next? Oh, goody, they're going to ask you for your driver's license, your insurance, and your registration. Let's see how many of you are the duck. You see, it shows your home address. I don't think it should. Corporation should be paying for that insurance, not you, but I'm sure you're paying it out of a taxable income called a paycheck. Oh, by the way, you're the registered owner. Who's the duck now? Here's the problem. Like I told you when we started out today, plan on the problems, plan on some shithead trying to take it away. Because there's a bunch of turds on TV called bloodsucker attorneys. And they're going to sue you, screw you, and take everything you got. Because you didn't listen to me. You see, if I was you, I'd be writing this down. This is all we do at the workshops to help you. You see that pink slip, the registered owner, lien holder kind of stuff? If you would have listened to me, had the line of defense, and the registered owner is a division versus you, and the lien holder can be the corporation too. Now, they can't sue you at all. And at the end of the day, they get diddly squat. Hell, why not? But again, for every time you got knocked down, I'll bet you could think if I could have taught you how to protect yourself before you went knocked down and went boo-hoo-hoo. The reality is you got to repackage your life. Let me do it for you, because I'll do it the right way. You see, in July 3rd, 2009, what did I do? Simple. I took my corporate yacht from my backyard right there, and I said, fill it up. I used a corporate credit card. It was $1,600. I wrote off the card, the interest rate, and the yacht too. Why not? July 4th, we watched the fireworks with a bunch of people on the yacht. Didn't know I'm going to die. That kind of sucks. But the reality is, what did I do after I came out of the coma? Simple. I walked around with an oxygen tank. Embarrassing. Pissed off. Someone stole my life. It kind of sucks. But you know what I did? I put my credit score back to an 820. See, the one thing about me is I don't stay down. When you get knocked down, everybody around you wants you to stay down. When you come up fighting and you win, then they can kiss your assets again. But that's on you. I borrowed $1 million of credit after that, 6 weeks and less. I use Ray's rules. It's a way of life for me. You see, God's using me to help you if you pay attention today. If these are turned on, I pray they are. I made a promise in the coma to help people the rest of my life. That's why I'm here to help you. You know what's kind of fun? I named my son and my daughter after me. The Reynolds University will be my legacy. Won't that be fun too? Now, I think if you really want to play, you're going to write down a phone number. You ready to write it down? It's 877-519-7509. Anything offered today is good for 30 minutes. After that, the sales team gets you. It's Ray's Rules and Tools. It's very simple, the voice of credit for you. So let's talk about a corporation's articles and pieces. I know some of you got one. You spent $3,000 plus. Oh, goody. And you didn't do a damn thing. Articles, tax ID, officers list. You're stuck with me. $9.99. I want you in the workshop with me for 30 days. No, 90 days. I want you to play with me for 90 days so you get it in here. Then I want you in level 1, how to set up the divisions, a line of defense, so you never bring the pain home ever again. That's $9.99 too. Together, the office sells it for $19.98. That's good. But here's the thing. I offer it for $17.99 through the webinar with me. Now, here's what I do for everybody as they go to the rules and the tools and the workshops with me. Remember what I said earlier. I want to offer you 3 to 5 times, maybe 10 times the credit back to you because I want to take away all your excuses. So I'm going to hand you $5,400 of cash credit. Your investment is $17.99. 3 times back to you in your pocket. I'm going to do the rapid refresh, the credit building 2. Okay? Now I just took away all your excuses. All right? If you don't want to learn Ray's Rules and Tools, that's on you. Stay stuck. We take Zelle wire deposit. That's all you get to do. You see, they said that Titanic couldn't sink. Hell, it couldn't even turn. Give me a break. Colonel Sanders didn't get his first $1 million check till he was 71. Thomas Edison didn't give up. Why did a couple of you? Bannister was told, don't you run the 400 miles, sir, you're going to die. He said, go to hell and do it my way anyway. And that's what he did. It's like me. You know, I've been kicking the door jam since I was 10 and a half years old. And I used to kick the basketball hoop all the time. That's only 10 feet, by the way. I didn't learn to jump. I learned how to fly. My point is very simple. I accomplished every goal by the time I was 26. I don't let anything get in my way, but I live by Ray's Rules and Tools. Why haven't you accomplished all your goals yet? Because you're lacking the knowledge how to play the game. Guess what you get to do with me? All right? Now, not everybody likes me, but not everybody likes you. I bet you some of your friends and family too don't like it all, but that's okay. You know what happens to us? It's all right. If they can crucify Jesus Christ, who are we? See, your lack of commitment is your problem, not mine. See, I want you to do what I did. That car and that building under tax IDs, why not? But again, you got to reach the dream. Think and be the impossible. I've done it all my life because I don't let anybody hold me back. It's called Ray's Rules and Tools. It's about time you step up to the plate. All I need is 90 days with you. Get you on the $90 million dream. You'll be on track. And we get to play. I've been doing this for 43 years. Seminars, workshops, and boot camps. And I don't pass the buck. You're stuck with me. We're going to play and have some fun. You know, if you still, and every one of you, all right, you want $1 million paycheck, you should right now, wherever you're sitting, raise your hand as high as you can and look in the mirror and call yourself a dummy. Because you only keep $375. You want $1 million in a corporation, I'm going to call you brilliant. You get to pay all the bills first, then pay tax on the leftover. Oh, now you're learning some rules and tools and how to play the game. Richard's a nice guy. He won Survivor the first show. He almost died twice on the show. He got the $1 million check. And they said, you, sir, you keep $375. The IRS gets the rest. He said, hell no. He pissed it away, and that mean judge gave him 3.5 years in federal prison. Maybe he should have gave him probation. I don't know. See, it's like motivation. It's never enough. If you went to any motivational thing you've ever done in your life, it motivated you to keep doing what you're doing right now. Problem is you don't have the rules and the tools how to really play the game. So the motivational stuff lasted a week. Okay, now what are you going to do? I'll tell you what. I'll show you a couple things I did. All right, and then show me yours. I'm from Show Me State. All right, you see, to me, with Ray's Rules and Tools, you get to learn how to play the game, and you're stuck with me. I don't pass the buck. You know what? You got a story to tell too. All right, let's get you the 820 credit score. Let's get you up to that $100,000 of credit called safety. Let's make sure you get a corporation in divisions the right way. All right, the way I designed it in '86, and get you up to $1 million of credit too. Stop being stuck, please. You see, you're always wondering what's next. You're looking at him. I'm your next. All right, because I'm going to use Ray's rules and tools and teach you everything I know. You get to have fun. We're all going to learn how to say millions to billions, see it, believe it, go get it, each and every day. The only thing that stays in your way is you. So guess what? Like I said in the beginning today, I want to repackage your whole life, your car, your house, your bank account, everything that you do. Sorry to say, I think you're doing it wrong anyway. But again, it's a goal for you. So let's have some fun. Let's understand something flat out. All right? When I got pissed off, I turned around and I studied everything I could. I had to create the Millionaires Founders Kit. Real estate, the module for financial freedom as well. I had to create with the first series, Winning the Game of Business. I want to be stressed out like most of you. That's no fun. So I wanted to make sure I played a game. You see, that series today, 18 books and CDs, is good for $4.99 through the webinar with me if you sell it right away. If you don't, when you call sales, that's okay. I'll get you a mask, but they're going to charge you $9.99. Is that okay with you? All you got to do is sell it, wire, make a deposit. That's all you got to do. Remember, that corporate setup today is $17.99. I hand you $5,400 of cash credit, 3 times your investment back to you, rapid rescore, and basic credit building too. Now you got no excuses. I'm doing all the work for you. You're going to go to the workshops for 90 days. You're going to master Ray's rules and tools. Zelle, wire, make a deposit. Now you get to play with me. Everything we touch will be expedited. It's the only way to do anything. And remember chapter 18 right here in front of you. Let's read it again. It says a corporation is a legal person. It may sue or be sued. Not here to give legal advice. You can read too. So the United States of America Incorporated set up their line of defense called states. The states set up their line of defense called cities. So they got their line of defense, but not you. See, I don't get that at all. Understand, we the people. The Supreme Court says so, your constitutional right. But this is up to you if you want to be we the people and step up to the plate and learn how to play the game. That's on you. Ever since the 14th Amendment made corporations into people, and Nixon took the gold standard out, all they got to do is print money. That's why they're pushing for the consensus or trying to put it off. Okay, it just depends what they're trying to do because they want to know how much money to print. How much would you like? That's all they're doing. From there, they manage 50 states. States are corporations too. The states manage the cities, just like you should. But again, it's up to you. At the end of the day, Ray's rules. Never have joint credit. That makes no sense at all. You buy a house the next time, escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow record in a trust. Never in your name. That would make no damn sense at all. Corporation, don't name it after you. They'd be dumb. Don't name it what it does. That's double dumb. Always have up to $1 million of credit. That's half the fun. By the way, how about a division for real estate? How about franchise? How about current business? How about we learn how to set up the line of defense so we don't have to bring the pain home ever again using Ray's rules and tools? It's kind of fun. You see, like I said in the beginning, plan on the problems. Somebody's going to try to get in your way anyway. Safety credit line of defense. Now you know what it means. See it, believe, and go get it every day. You have nothing in your way besides you. If all you want is a credit score of 820, let me know. It's $4.99. Still going to hand you a $1,000 credit card, put you in the workshops for 90 days if you want to show up online with me. We're going to use Ray's rules and tools. It's going to be done in 90 days or less. And all you got to call right now is 877-519-7509. Then you get to play with me. We take a Zelle, a wire deposit. That's all you got to do. So the bottom line is Ray's rules and tools is the voice of credit for you. Don't forget, a corporation is a what again? A legal person. I love that. So let's understand something today. The millionaires are in the making. Would you like to be a millionaire in the making? Do you really want to be one? Seriously. Step 1. I put a bunch of pieces together for the ones that really want to do this. Credit rebuilding, rapid refresh, corporate articles, tax ID, office list, setup class for 90 days, learning the rules and the tools. How about level 1 to set up the line of defense? for 90 days too. I analyze it twice to make sure we're on track. I make sure the office, they sell it for $3,995. That's okay. They make a commission. Me, I like to give it away for $2,999. But I hand you $25,000 of cash credit back to you. By the way, that's 8 times your investment back to you with no excuses. All right? The average person, if you have a corporation, spend $3,000 for a piece of paper and a damn stock kit. Let's learn to play the rules and the tools. And you're stuck with me. I don't pass the buck. We take a Zelle, a wire, or a deposit. That's all you got to do. Remember, the SSN is the 1040. You get a couple write-offs if you're lucky. SS4 is 1120. And there's almost no liability to you, and you get to write off almost everything you want to do. It's called Ray's Rules and Tools, learning how to play the game. How about an Aspire, an Equifax, and a TransUnion, too, for the corporation, for every tax ID? We get to play that, too. See, you got a choice today, the American dream. It's pretty simple. Receiving money every month, pay all your bills, drive the company car, go on a business trip, help other people, free up your time. You're going to have to set up the line of defense, all right, and master Ray's Rules and Tools. Remember today, the Millionaires Founders Kit, all right, is going to go for $4.99. If today you do Millionaires in the Making with me, if you don't have the kit, you can get it for free. But it's $2,999 today and $25,000 of cash credit back to you. 8 times your investment. That's all you got to do. Ray's Rules and Tools will change your life. You're stuck with me. We do Zelle, wire, or deposit. I personally hold your hand at every seminar, workshop, and boot camp. I never pass the buck. I've been doing this for 43 years. We're going to use Ray's Rules. So understand, at 1 o'clock on Saturday, Pacific Standard Time, that's status update. That's also educational class too. You got the ability to listen and learn and get where you want to go. Don't forget about the specialty classes too. Every Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I've got 6 of those specialty classes for you. It's pretty simple as you do this. So what do we get to do? It's pretty simple. We have a nonprofit class. We got a stock hit this Saturday. Real estate, tax balancing, leveraging money, and goal setting too. If you wanted all 6 classes for the rest of the year, it's $9.99. But if you put it off, okay, sales will sell it to you for $1,500. They got to make their commission. That's how they do. You can Zelle, wire to make a deposit today. So let's understand, today we've got to all stay safe and strong. We sit here wondering what's next to come. Let's readjust and remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day. Give thanks in every way. Thank you, Jesus, for one more day. Amen to that. God gave me the rules and tools to give them to you. If you want to, you can write 877-519-7509. And you get the ability to get everything I offered today. If you put it off, call sales at 877-519-7509. They will definitely get you in the programs, but they will charge other prices because they got to make their commissions. So raysrules.com, pretty simple. It is the voice of credit for you. And always remember, at the end of the day, God loves us all.